Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we'll share some of the tips and tricks of the latest Micromax Canvas Doodle 3. So we already done the detailed review of this device, which is an entry level phablet priced around the 8K range, and this device was released last month, and we already done the detailed review of this device. So let's we'll share some tips and tricks on this device to get better of it. So let's start off with the customization option. So when you want to set a new wallpaper, what you do is press and hold the home screen, and you get quite a lot of options. So let's just zoom in and show you. So you can see here the gallery, live wallpaper, photos, video wallpapers, and wallpapers. So live wallpapers and the normal wallpapers are common to all devices. You can see here one option, video wallpaper. By this you can set any video available on the SD card or the phone as the wallpaper. So let's select this, and you can see there's a default video which is being playing right now. So you can set this video as wallpaper on the Canvas Doodle 3. So if you set this, you can see here now the wallpaper on the phone is a video which we have set. So this is a pretty useful feature. You can set any video as the wallpaper on the Micromax Canvas Doodle. So that is if you have a great video running, you can set that as background. Now going forward, we have a set of options here. If you go to the settings, your notification bar, and click this more option, you have a few set of options. One important thing is audio profiles. So if you click here, you can quickly change to general, silent mode, meeting, and then also outdoor. So you can quickly change the profiles from here. Instead of going to settings and manually changing the user profiles, you can quickly change it from the settings. Another option is you can set the timeout period here. So if you click here, you can see three options here, the first, second, and third. So you can set the timeout option for the screen timeout option from here. Then apart from that, the normal the data connection is there. Then you have the data usage, auto rotation mode, all those options are there. Now if you go to the app tray, this is the app tray, so you can see all the installed apps available here. Now if you're using if your friend is using your phone for a few minutes and you don't want him to see some installed apps or some apps which you don't want him to see, what you can do is click here and you can see hide or display apps. So what you do is if you click that button, you have an option to edit the icons. So let's just hide these apps. So we have selected three apps. Now if you press the back button, you can see those apps have been hidden and it will not be available in the apps tray. So you can see here now nobody can see those apps unless it is marked as available. So if you want to get back these apps, so just press here and you can say hide or display apps, and you can see you can check these three apps which we have hidden in the previous step, and click the back button, and those apps will be once again back in the app tray. So this is pretty useful if you want to hide certain apps from certain people who uses your phone on a regular basis. So this is pretty handy option. Now let's go to the settings. There we have few set of options. First is the SIM management. Here you have lots of options. That is, if you this is the dual SIM phone, and you have the option to set the default SIM. Then for video calls, which SIM you want, voice calls, which SIM you want to use, again the messaging, data connection, roaming, etc. So this set of options allow you to manage the SIM card for 3G, voice calls, video calls, SMS, etc. And these options are pretty useful if you want to change the SIM cards. Now coming back to the other option, so you can see here battery. So under battery you can see there's an option to set the battery percentage. Right now you can see there is no display of percentage. The moment you check this option, you can see the battery percentage displayed here. So you can see here right now it's showing 12%, and you can easily disable it if you don't want from that option itself. Now going back, you have this option of backup and reset. So this is pretty handy option. You can reset your reset your phone to factory settings, and then you can back up the data from here. This is pretty handy option to have on the phone. Now there is another option called schedule power on and off. So this option is pretty handy if you want to schedule power on and off. You can schedule the phone to switch off and reboot at any point of time. So you can set this option here. You can check, you can add time here, and you can say every day the days which you want the phone to restart. So you can do that from here. Apart from that, if you go to about phone, you can enable developer option. So you need to hit the build number, and you can see the message here. So you are now a developer. So this is you can just hit the about phone, the build number, and you can enable the developer option. So there are quite a lot of options in the developer tools, so that it can be enabled. If you go to accessibility, there are a few options. That is magnification, just use power end call. So if you want to end the call using the power button, you can just enable this, and whenever you press the power button, it will end the call after you finish calling. Then there is also enabled option to enable quick boot, that also can be enabled if you want that option. And if you go to storage, you can enable the SD card. Here you can mount an SD card and manage your storage. You can move data, the data like photos or videos to SD card in case you are feeling that the phone storage isn't much for you, so you can do that from here. So these are some of the tips and tricks you can do on the Micromax Canvas Doodle. So it's an entry level phablet, price around the 8K range. So you can also check out our review of the Micromax Canvas Doodle 3, which is a decent entry level phablet, available for around 8,000 rupees. So that's all guys with the tips and tricks of Micromax Canvas Doodle 3. If you like this video, do hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates, and thanks for watching this video.